Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the McCormick Gymnasium for tonight's ACAA men's basketball matchup between the visiting UKC Blue Devils and your Mount Allison Mounties. At this time, we ask you to please rise if you're able and remove your headwear. Turn to face our national flag for the pledge of both candidates. Introducing the starting lineup for the visiting UKC Blue Devils. Number 4, Kevon Taylor. Number 11, Taylor McDonald Wood. Number 12, Aiden McDonald. Number 13, Mirko Sikanova. Number 14, Tyson Dufresne. The head coach for the Blue Devils is Luke Stevenson. And now, introducing the starting lineup for your Mount Allison Mounties! Number 5, Lance Lumberton! Number 6, Jonas Monroe! Number 7, Brennan Dinero! Number 13, Christian Hager!
Go. And good evening, fans. Welcome back to part 2. Redux, the sequel to our earlier girls game. And this was a positive result for the Mount Allison Mounties, and they are doubly in need of that on the boys' side as we come into this game with these Mount Allison Mounties sitting tied in the win column with these same UKC Blue Devils. This could make all the difference. Mount A's 1-0 against UKC. They go to 2-0 today. They clinch the season victory over top of these Blue Devils, but good wall-up defense inside from Tyson Dufresne, forcing the mix from Lance Mumberket to start things. And the Mounties come out in a kind of extended 2-3, 1-3-1, not sure. Could be kind of either or. But Ryan Norris challenging that shot up top from Dufresne as a welcome sight back. The Frost Giant ready to contribute today. Oh, the drive by Christian Hager. Looked like he had that angle to attack. Norris sets up Hager in the corner for a 3, and it's good. Christian Hager. That's not his strength, corner threes. He is very good at getting in the paint off the bounce. That's not the best part of his game. That's a big one for the Mounties to start things. And a nice defensive possession for the Mounties. They get a turnover. Monroe pushes. Deverex. Defined. Good extra pass to Norris. Norris can't get it to go. There's Monroe fighting inside for the offensive rebound and the putback. Joe Monroe and the Mounties are off to a 5-0 start. Jeffrey, pardon me, that's Ryan Norris stepping in, trying to take a charge or force a travel there, but a little bit late. And plus, he had that arm extended, reaching in anyway, so I don't think he was ever going to get that call. Dufresne at the high post, looking back door, beautiful feed. Hager had his head turned.
Yeah, McDonald's been open on that baseline a couple of times already. They just almost let him loose down there.
Yeah, Aiden
Can't
McDonald.
do that because he's got good hands.
He does. And he's a good athlete. You let him sprint that baseline unmolested, it's not going to go well for you. Hager looking to get downhill. Shares into the corner. Deverex. Boy, physical defense from Kings. Knocked out of bounds by Marco Vitanovic.
And speaking of Vitanovic, we have a shout out from Mira Vitanovic. Let's go Kings.
Any relation? Steal and a step in, Aiden McDonald. Into the corner, Kevon Taylor. No good. Collected by Norris at the foul line. He's going to push. Pulls it back out. There's Monroe from the corner for three. Jonas. He's got to bounce to his step today, Ian. He doesn't want this playoff spot to go down without a fight. He's feeling it. Swing, air, an extra pass to the corner. Deverex. Brandon Deverex bangs in a three, and a good start for the Mounties from distance today. Taylor probing. Give and go with McDonald. Inside at the foul line. Vitanovic. Back out, no good. There's Monroe with the rebound. Mitch Weber, coach wants him to push. Yeah, Monroe gets all the way downhill, and he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws, and not a good start. If your coach Luke Stevenson doesn't like what he sees, he's going to the bench. He's bringing in Kevin Afime, 4th-year forward from Winnipeg. Trying to change things up a little bit. Monroe back rims the free throw. Jonas came back for his 5th year here at Mount A. Kind of unexpected, but so very happy when Joe decided to make the trip back, and he's paid off our confidence in him. I think he'd like to be having a little bit of shooting year, but he has played super hard on both ends. Leads the team in scoring at 15 and a half, and second in rebounding at 6.5. Mumberket from the foul line. Boy, that's his bread and butter. Back rims it, though. Rebounded by Kings, and they're going to push. Oh, way too tall for Taylor there. That look from McDonald.
Former Mount A coach Steve Chapman handed that ball back to the officials. They were both chuckling, which isn't quite some of those interactions they might have had with those officials in the past.
No,
but he gets along with them well now.
Much more friendly now, yeah, for sure. A pass deflected. Deverex able to collect. He's going to throw up a three. Boy, that was way too early for that one. I think he was feeling it off that first one, but Taylor didn't give him any space to get it off. Taylor gets the ball in the paint, but nicely done by Mumberket, digging down off that cut from McDonald. Norris back to the foul line to Mumberket. Deverex fakes it and takes it. Can't go anywhere. Back to Mumberket at the foul line. 2 passes into the corner to Monroe. Just a little bit short on that one. Rebound and push by McDonald Wood. Taylor squeezes through an opening with the left hand and finishes. Nice finish there. Come on, Taylor. Hager patiently keeps that dribble alive. Leaves it for Monroe. Monroe on the step through and the finish. His name is Jonas. The finish again for Joe, and he is off to a good start. Right-handed move and a little fadeaway there from Ofime. No good, but rebounded by McDonald. Taylor now tries to go cross court. Deverex, the good kick-ahead pass to Mumbercat. He spins into the lane. Boy, tough finish, but he gets it anyway. McDonald Wood met him. Looked like he didn't stay vertical. Kind of maybe should have been a three-point play. I don't know. We'll go back and look at it later.
Mumbercat did a good job of getting that ball off just before his feet were back down on the ground.
He did.
Otherwise, if he hadn't, that would have been a travel.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice defense. Oh, boy, the ball just kind of bounced funny. They knocked it away from Dufresne, but it went right to Ofime. Monroe stepping into that three. Ah, he's feeling it. Get him the ball. He's on fire, the 5th year out of Moncton. Yeah, it's going to be 2 now on Norris. Oh, and I think he had a sub coming too. So Trevor Doucette's going to check in, along with Luke Riley. Luke Riley, we've seen a significant uptick in playing time recently. Oh, a terrible inbounds play from Kings off their own guy's head. Deflected. And the kick ahead pass to Riley. That's going to be on Sportsnet's. What's that thing of the week they do? The blooper of the week? I don't know. The top 20 terrible plays of the week. That's got to go on it. That was bizarre. Bounced it in off his own player's head. And Riley on the run out, and Mount A feeling it early, 21-8 in this big matchup. And we'll take a look at the story here early.
Yeah.
And his name, I'd say, is Jonas Monroe.
Yeah, and so far, Mount A's been, 61.5% from the field overall, close to 44.5% from Blue Devils. That's going to be the major part of it right there. Still not a lot of free throws, but they're still only 50% from the line. Other than that, Mount A seems they're pretty much even. Other than Blue Devils have only had 3 turnovers already, and Mount A only 1.
Yeah, the 3 turnovers are big early. Mount A's got the 3-point shot to go. Kings hasn't made one yet. So, I mean, really early.
They will start making some. That's guaranteed pretty much.
Yeah, it's just been really messy here early in this. Well, the stats ain't working here, fans. So we'll come back to that later. I mean, my phone needs a little kick in the butt. So Kings stuck 13 early, and this is a big one for them. And Coach Luke Stevenson sounded really confident early. He has his guys thinking sweep. Deverex picks off another one. And he's going to take it himself to the hole, and he finishes through contact. And the lead now, it's back now.
Okay.
The lead now, 15 for the Mounties. Off another Kings turnover. Man, they got lucky there that Ofime bounced to his feet in time and was able to bail out. Keith Taylor new onto the floor, the first-year player from Victoria, BC, but another turnover now for Kings. That's their 5th. They're 0 for 4 from deep. They've turned it over 4 times. Just an ugly start. And a nice little play there from Jonas Monroe. Came up short. Luke Riley collects an offensive rebound. Spots up. Traveled. Just moved that back pivot foot a little bit. He was sprinting to that corner. Sometimes when you're backing out that hard and then you have to collect yourself, it's tough to avoid that travel, and he didn't there. So Mount A's second turnover, deep 3. I don't think that's the shot you want when you're struggling to get a good one. Kayla McDonald Wood wide right with that one, but a lucky bounce. Maintains possession for Kings. But managed to get it in last second. Spinning to the hole for the finish, no good. And Monroe with the rebound off the Ofime miss. Jonas just running things here early. Dribble handoff to Deverex. Oh, that lovely hesitation move just didn't get the teardrop to go. Back comes Kings, stuck 15 still. The ball inside, can't finish again. Can Marko Tanovic. Nice play from Monroe to Riley, and one! Luke with the finish. Just as I was excited with Nicole Jenkins being, this time last year being, oh, she's going to Mount A. Excellent. I was similarly enthused about the Luke Riley get for the Mounties. What he lacks in size, he more than makes up for in just about everything else. He plays, him and Jackson Wark, by the time him and Jackson are in third and fourth year, I don't want to be bringing the ball up against Mount A's.
Players coming out of Harvey and Sussex, you know they're going to have, doesn't matter whether they're the stature these guys are or somebody who's well over 6 foot, 6.5 feet. If they don't play aggressive in either of those schools, they're not going to get playing.
You're not going to get playing time.
Nope.
So
both very strong programs.
And Luke, Luke, of course, for his senior year went to Fredericton and won a title there at FHS.
Okay.
And
figured he wanted the higher competition than playing for Harvey in single A.
He got it and he excelled. He went from really he really went. The thing about that's impressed me about Luke is how much he's improved. Like you got to be able to shoot the ball if you're going to be a backcourt player in some capacity.
Yeah.
And what a lot of guys do that struggle with their shooting is they become proficient at shooting from the corners because that's an easier spot to get a shot from and a high percentage of
be in the open
from the corners, right? So he's become pretty proficient at shooting from the corner. And Christian Hager thought he had earned some contact, but really just kind of incidental contact with the feet there, just kind of tripped over each other's feet. But the lead's still 18 here for the Mounties. It's the defensive end of the floor that's really been stellar so far in this first quarter. They've been explosive offensively, but really it's been turning Kings over. It's really been the key to this first quarter. And they're doing a good job walling up at the rim. They didn't get that rebound, but it's going to be Mounties basketball, absolutely. When Kings has found those little creases for the most part, except for that backdoor look that McDonald got early. For the most part, when they've had those layoff passes for guys inside, Mount A's been either contested those passes or been there to wall up and caused Kings to miss.
And that's the main goal of defense. You get your stops by forcing the offense to adjust their shots.
Trevor Doucette, the fake and the take, and one! Trevor Doucette, another guy whose development you have to be extremely excited about if you're a Mount A. A big kid like Trevor that can move his feet like he does with that athleticism. He's had some trouble with footwork. He's turned the ball over, had some travels. I mean, there's like a Crandall sequence there where he had 3 travels in about 3 minutes. But when he gets that, so that exact move right there, though, was what he traveled on at Crandall. Shot fake, take it, right? So, I mean,
just too eager to pick up the pivot foot before the ball's down out of the hand.
But this time, calm, cool, collected. Nice shot fake and take. 3-point play. He's got a nice shot. Finishes his free throws. Usually stellar defense. I was just about to praise his defense, and then he got blown by there with a nice move from Taylor.
That was a great move from Taylor.
That was. And a big guy in space against a little guy like that, that's not always the easiest. Oh, the look back door. Wark, though, blocked. Recovery there from Heath Taylor. Got a piece of that shot. Nice cut from Wark and fine from Doucette, though. So Kings has to get this one up late. No good. No time for an offensive rebound, and a very successful first quarter for your Mounties. 29-10 at the first quarter break. Stellar on both ends of the floor, and in big games, Ian Allen. You want your stars to show up.
Yep.
And the biggest star in the building for Mount A is fifth-year senior Jonas Monroe, and he ran things in that first quarter.
Yeah, just a little technical note. If anybody sort of happens to notice that if the clock that we're showing up on our scorebug is a little bit different than what's actually up on the main clock, it's just due to the fact there's a little bit of a network delay in the information coming from the score clock controller getting to us here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of, especially when it starts trying to put out tenths of seconds, in the end, it tends to be off by more than we'd like to see. But it's not what we have up on our broadcast is not the official time.
Also, find more important thing to complain to complain about, people. If you're going to complain about something.
They were complaining. I'm just trying to get. You'd be surprised, but it's all good. I take that in good stride. It's all good.
I kid. So we said how good Jonas was. Outscored Kings by himself in that first quarter. 11 points on 4 of 7, 2 of 4 from 3, 5 boards and a steal for Jonas in that first quarter, and I was very enthused to see Mr. Norris back in the lineup for Mount A. Didn't register a point, got 2 fouls and went out, but before he went out, 2 boards and 3 assists in his minutes. He was aggressive defensively. He set a tone. So when he gets back into the game, I'm looking forward to the Frost Giant contributing even more, because when he is at his best, this team, their floor and their ceiling raises significantly. And good job by Trevor Doucette and Luke Riley off the bench. 8 points from the bench in the first quarter as well. So all in all, no notes for me in the first quarter for your Mounties. Now, can we play 4 quarters? This is the thing. The guys have had good stretches even in, but that's really the best. That's the best, most complete quarter they've played in a really long time at both ends of the floor. Really, defense has been just as big a problem as scoring the ball lately, and they look very good. And this isn't, Kings comes in with only 2 wins themselves, but they've got some scoring prowess to them. Good box out there. Hudson McGregor. Good fight on the weak side. Snagging that board. Mumberket back in. Plays catch with Hager. Now McGregor swings it to Hager. Here comes the screen from Mumberket. Powder. Gabe into the game. Spins. Nice find to McGregor. He can shoot the 3, and he makes it. Hudson McGregor. That's the one thing he does very well, is shoot the ball when he's in rhythm. And he banged that one through in the lead up to 22 for the Mounties. Oh, that's a pretty one, too. Gorgeous stuff for Ofime on the leave for Dufresne. And one! Skip it to the hoop. And the finish from Chris Hager. Christian, bless you. That finish. Gorgeous stuff in the lead, right back to 22, looking to go to 23 here.
Yeah, and we have Heath Taylor in, number 10 is in on the court now for Kings from Victoria, BC.
Yep. We'll reset the lineups here in a moment, fans, but it's, come on, Taylor. Dufresne operating from the top of the key. Watched well by Powder. Another good cut, though. That's where, if Kings is getting something, that's where they're getting it from. And that's where one area that Mount A's had some trouble getting their heads turned, not seeing the ball. And it's a real basic tenet of good team defense. Hager, it's all the way to the hoop, can't finish. Thought there was contact. I thought it was a good no call. Yeah, that was well defended there by Mount A. And Luke Riley with the good push. Hager gets it knocked away again. Nicely defended by Taylor. Solid work there by Powder, not going for the head fake from Ofime. And he tried to go to the Euro step and knocked it out, lost it out of bounds. And coming back in for him is Kayla McDonald-Wood. So the lead, 21 for the Mounties. They got off to a big lead, and they've just maintained it here. Monroe back on the floor. Sharing with Hager. Double screen. Hager getting downhill. Again, well defended by Kings. Boy, another unforced error there from Kings. McDonald trying to share to the corner to McDonald Wood, and either he expected him to step in and go back door a little bit, or just not good touching that pass, and boy, that was a careless one. Riley, though, gets back, forces the miss, and another miss. But then doesn't put it away, does Mumberket. That time, able to finish was Taylor, and an ugly sequence there for the Mounties. And I think it's a good timeout.
Ball protection, please, people.
Good timeout for Mitch Weber there.
We do have one more shout out on our YouTube channel, our MTA Mounties-ACAA YouTube channel from ACAA fan. Not sure who it is, but they're definitely a fan of the ACAA. And go Mount A.
That's the one thing we know about them.
Yeah.
I mean,
that and they're cheering for Mount A.
There's no mystery
That's good
there.
for me.
The one thing we know about them is they're an ACAA fan. So whoever you are, thanks for listening. Go Mounties indeed. So just kind of an ugly stretch here a little bit both ways the last few possessions here for both Kings and Mount A. So lead still 21. Coach Mitch Weber didn't like the last couple possessions, I don't think.
Just
so
yeah, because they're not. You have to be aware of who's around you, and so you can. Your first goal has to be ball protection, so you can. Because if you don't have the ball, you can't make a play. So,
and I think he's going to talk again about. I mean, it goes back to Minnie when you first start teaching kids how to play defense. See the ball, see your man, and no matter at what level you're at, NBA players get caught with their head turned, NCAA players get caught with their head turned, and that's. But it's been a real Achilles heel for Mount A defensively of late. Is just guys cutting right by your shoulder, the pass whizzing by your ear to a guy going back door. Hager facing really good defense from Taylor. He's been dogging the ball handler out there, but Hager keeps his balance nicely on that crossover, avoiding that knockaway from behind from the good hands of Taylor. Taylor goes back, goes baseline. Good hands there from Mumberket, and Hager rotating over, forcing a miss, and now a couple starters about to come back for Mount A. Riley checking out, and Powder checking out for Ryan Norris and Brendan Deverex. Three from the wing from Taylor, short. There's another rebound for Norris, right back in off the bench. Jonas Monroe flattening it out. Oh, he wants the three again. Oh, in and out this time. Oh, he's got that look in his eye today. Boy, that was a good kick-ahead pass to McDonald Wood. There's that leave. Boy, that's the one they're getting. When the ball penetration comes in the key, they are staring at that ball handler, and those little dump passes are there a lot. Oh, little fade screen for Mumberket back to Monroe. Takes it left, gets all the way to the glass. An aggressive Jonas Monroe is my favorite kind of Jonas Monroe. Boy, when he's attacking the glass like this, and he's blocks that shot at the rim as well. Monroe giving you the kitchen sink here in the first half is Jonas. Norris taking that screen from Mumberket. Good decision to go back to Lance. Gets a guy on him, much smaller than he is. Gets his body into him, goes into the spin cycle. He's going to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah, and a couple of shout-outs from Michael Norris, 3299. Got to keep that Frost Giant warm.
There it is.
And go Mounties.
Yes. The Frost Giant has yet not broken out of his glacier yet, but it's a matter of time before he gets going. But like I say, he's doing the little things.
He's playing
right?
under control, playing solid defense.
3 assists,
way,
3 assists, 3 boards. He's moving the ball. Oh, nice fake on the baseline, the move. But good closeout there from Monroe, and Hager physical on the weak side on the rebound. Mounty's doing all the little things defensively and offensively today. Good shot from Mumbercat, just a little bit short. I like the movement, though. Taylor now. He's going to look to attack. Norris contains him. Nicely done there by Monroe to collect that pat, but there's that little give again.
And McDonald poaching on that baseline again. He comes in there. He's consistent
good
for that.
Yeah.
He just waits for his moment when nobody's really paying solid attention to him and steps in.
Oh,
Norris
Mumbercat
just missed that.
Yeah, Mumbercat. I thought he had the rebound. Just kind of an awkward jump there. Good share from McDonald out to Taylor. Missed three again. Good challenge. Good closeouts here on the three-point shooters by the Mounties. Again, one of those little things you don't think of right off the bat, but that cross-court pass wasn't going to make it. McDonald Wood on the step-in. He takes it all the way to the glass. No good. That's a couple of times Kings has come away empty, missing a chippy and then a follow-up chippy. That's 3 or 4 times now they've let points go by the wayside, but they get away with it that time as the second follow-up gets them another trip to the line. Back rims that free throw. Does Vitanovic. He's going to have
another YouTube chat on our YouTube chat. Stu Lover 277 and Jonas Monroe have a day. Definitely having a day. Oh,
get out of here, Stu Lover.
Hey,
we don't want to hear from you.
Promote cheered Mount A on this one. I have no issues with that at all. I
kid. Stu Lovers are welcome. I'd even welcome a Mount St. Vincent lover even today. I'm in that good a mood. Oh, look at that pass. Deverex to Monroe. The Trojans hooking up. The Harrison Trimble connection. Celebrating their high school going to the Final 12 this weekend. Oh, patient move inside by Kevon Taylor. Monroe had him measured up, but patient. Went to 2-3 ball fakes, getting him in the air. So 19 points the lead. KC has cut into it a little bit. UCLA cut by Deverex wasn't there. They went to Norris. Norris spins out of that. Has it knocked away. There's Monroe kind of forcing it up against the clock. And Deverex had to force it up against the clock. Both of them kind of wild attempts that needed to be made. Good defense by KC. Forced them to a late clock situation. And they have a chance to narrow this down a little bit more, but only 23 points so far for UKC. Can't get anything going. Turnovers, the biggest issue. They're up in double figures in turnovers already. Another tough one, but another offensive rebound. Another miss inside. Boy, can't pay it off, can the Blue Devils. McDonald that time, boy, that is a tough catch and finish for the Frost Giant. What a lefty collect and finish, though, out of Ryan Norris. Another hand on a ball there from Mount A. Monroe doing a good job down there in the baseline. Oh, missed box out, though, by Mount A, and another missed box out. Beckett Nadeau came in to follow that up, shot an air ball, but fell right into the hands of the Blue Devils for 2 more. Monroe just feeling it. Back rim now, and everything's on line. The misses are either off the back rim or off the front rim. Norris, he feels it. Didn't get it to go. There's Monroe following up on the rebound. And another finish, and that lead back out to 21. Timeout, Blue Devils. Boy, and the individual and team stats are just gross if you're a UKC Blue Devil right now.
Yeah. And just quick finish, well, a couple of items out of our chat box again on the YouTube channel. From Chili's Bay, there was how many layups has Kings missed all in that quarter? A lot.
How many what?
Layups.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot. So far this quarter. ACAA fan says, hey, man, Stu Lover keeps it real. Stu Lever's going. Normally I won't go with these conversations, but this is just entertaining enough. And Stu Lever, Stu Lever 277 just goes, yeah, I just know ball, Tingley and Ian. So now we're
all right.
figured that one out.
You know what my new handle on there is going to be? I love Stu Lover. That's going to be my new. That's going to be my new handle. Now I love everybody in the chat. Thank you guys. Lots of good relationships I've made in the ACAA with fellow announcers and fans, and yeah. No wonder we got ACAA Lover. No wonder there's a handle called ACAA Lover. There's probably ACAA Lover 1, ACAA Lover 2.
That was capital A, small C, small A,
was
small
it? Okay.
A.
All right.
Fan,
yeah.
all one word.
All one word. Okay.
I'm sure there are other variations on that floating around a lot of places, a lot of spots.
So 21 the lead. Mount A really playing a complete half of basketball here. But that's the weakness that they're getting off of that. And really, it's got to be communication. It's got to be the guy on the weak side of your zone that's communicating all that stuff. And that's going to be an offensive foul by Hager. That's going to be where Chris is going to improve in the next couple of years. We talked about in the girls' game, playing off 2 feet. When you get, because Chris can get into the paint at will. He just can. He's going to do a much better job of being physical with that ball, ripping it through and not letting guys tie him up. And he's going to do a much better job of getting to that 2-foot stop and playing off of 2 feet instead of going off on one and getting some turnovers. That's something he's going to get better at it. Yeah. He just is. He's too talented not to. Good drive and kick. Wide open 3 that time. Taylor got it to go. And another good timeout from Mitch Weber. A little push here from Kings to get it to 16. And so he wants to chat about it a little bit, and I don't blame him. There's holes opening up in that zone, and they're getting cutters filling those holes that Mount A, again, the weak side has to talk. The guys on the strong side are, they're looking at the ball. They're dealing with a guy in their area. If there's another guy coming in their area, at their back that they're going to miss, you got to let them know it's there. And if he's leaving your area and there's nobody else in your area, then you got to block that cut. You got to be physical with them. They're just strolling into the lane on those cuts. You got to hit them. You got to knock them off stride. You got to let them know you're there, and you got to talk and tell the guy in the area that he's coming to that he's there. So the talk has got to be a lot better for Rena. You're very familiar with a man named by the name of James French. Jimmy French, he came down and he plays for the Tri-City Tide, the pro team in Moncton, in the TBL that's starting their season in a couple weeks. But he came down a few weeks back and came to some practices for the Mounties. He wanted to come to the practices because he wanted to. Hey, here's how a good talker on defense. Here's what a good talker on defense sounds like. Because it's one thing James does, it's talk on defense.
Oh, you can hear him all over the gym.
All over the gym.
Which is
and
beautiful.
They're missing that a little bit this year. And it's not that they don't have guys that want to communicate, or they don't have a lot of vocal guys. There's not a lot of really loud vocal guys on this team. So it's something that they've got to get better at. Oh, nice lead from Norris to Hager. Hager with the lead to Mumberket. Mumberket again through some contact with the finish. Good possession for the Mounties. The lead back to 18. Aiden McDonald sharing with Taylor. I love the physicality of Norris just running through that screen on the baseline. Taylor spins, fades. Good defense there by Monroe, and then Norris there to clean it up. So again, wide open 3. Just wide a little bit. And McDonald collects and runs out. Extends past Norris. That was a tough finish on the run for McDonald. And the lead back to 16. Mount A going to have a chance to take the last shot of the half. Hager now. Around Taylor. Now goes to Mumberket. Deverex. A good shot at the buzzer. No, good. Good offense from the Mounties. Got exactly what they wanted. Weren't able to capitalize, but more often than not in that first half, they were able to capitalize on their good looks, and it's given them a 16-point halftime lead. It was up at 23 there at the max. UKC had a couple of runs there in that second quarter, pushed back a little bit, got them back into it a little bit, but really, if they're going to get back into this game for real, they got to come up with answers for Jonas Monroe. First 17 and 8 in that first half for Jonas, but also they got to make some shots. They got to, if they create that many looks at the rim, and look, they're 44% for the half, which is way higher than I expected, but 1 for 8 from 3 doesn't help. They only got to the line twice, and they turned it over 10 times. So KC's got a lot to talk about at halftime. Mount A, you just talk about, guys, we haven't played a complete game in a while. We played two more quarters like we played there, and we're back in the driver's seat for this last playoff spot, so let's go get it. So, fans, that's what we're hoping to see out of the Mounties when we come back from the halftime break. So we'll see you back here in about 14.
Go.
And welcome back for the last time today, folks. Time flies when you're having fun. We're having a good one today. Mount A girls with a big win earlier over a scrappy Kings team that made them work for a win. Now we'll see if a scrappy Kings team can make the men's team work for a win. They didn't make them work that hard in the first half. 16-point lead at the half for your Mounties. His name is Jonas Monroe, 17-8 at the half. He was on fire. Christian Hager joined him with 8. Some balance from the bench. We'll see if Mount A can put together another complete half. They were tough to guard in the first half, and they made life rough on Kings on the offensive end. Ryan Norris inside to Mumberket. Mumberket going to set a screen here for Hager. Monroe now against the clock. Oh, loses it. Turnover on the first possession. Good defense over there from McDonald. The Wood gets a pass back from McDonald. This zone's been tough. Good hands. Lots of active hands from the Mounties. Cause problems here for Kings. These deflections, even if they're not causing turnovers, which they've caused a few of those as well.
Disruptions like that will actually help use up time on the shot clock.
It will.
Come on, Taylor from downtown.
Yeah, from deep. His second one of the game. And the lead down to 13. Now this is the area where you want to get a push. If you're the Mounties. In and out, though, from Deverex curling up at the free throw line. Knocked the ball away from McDonald, though. Slowed him down. Oh, he knocked away. Deverex not able to dig that out. Now McDonald probes and finds Taylor again. Another 3. And the lead now 10. Quick as you like out of the break for Kings. And you can feel some anxiousness in the gym now. Things were pretty easy for a long time for Mount A in that first half. Hager now gets downhill. He's going to throw up one. Oh, boy, that's a tough shot. And a big one for Chris Hager. That was a tough turnaround. But another 3 right back for Kings. You said they were cold in the first half for these Kings College Blue Devils. And you said sooner or later they'll make some. And here they come. You're hoping it was tomorrow in practice.
Exactly.
Yeah, well.
Oh, well.
They've decided to make some in the game.
Fair enough.
3 for 3 from 3 to start the second half. And Kings has this lead down to 50-41. Oh. So not only, I said Kings, not only do they have designs on catching the Mounties and passing the Mounties, they have designs on winning out and getting back up in the standings. Next, if they win this one, they got a pair against Crandall. And Crandall has been so Jekyll and Hyde lately. You've got to, and questions abound about, I know we noticed that Caleb Rennie didn't play last game for Crandall. So wonder what's going on there, the former Kings player. So whether he was nursing an injury in the second half of that, but they lost by 50 without him. 45 without him. Oof. Whereas, they've been playing, they've gotten some quality wins lately, but they've also had a couple of big losses, so they're so Jekyll and Hyde. So Kings has reason to think, hey, we catch them on the right day, we do our thing. Maybe if they want to win out here, they want to go 4-0 and they want to snag that 4th or 5th spot at the bottom of these standings, and it's possible right now. Oh, and a really careless. Boy, you really hate that out of the timeout especially. Just a terrible turnover.
Bounce pass to the wing rather than trying to float it just over the top into the middle like that.
Yep, for sure. Good
pressure by Kevon Taylor.
Really, yeah. And they've kind of got, it's like they've got a dog with a bone now. They kind of sense it. But they've got Mount A back on their heels. And now Mumberket against the clock. Now again, Monroe has to get one up, and he doesn't. So yeah, Mount A just has to calm some things down, step it up defensively like they did for much of that first half. Lean back on this end of the floor. Norris comes over and does a good job challenging Taylor without fouling. Really good job there by Norris on the weak side. Yeah, see, and he was too excited to do something with the ball in his hands. If he just slowed down there, because I like his attitude. Burn this guy. Yep. He certainly can. He can make hay out of that matchup. He can make hay out of any of these matchups, really, defensively. Oh, boy, that rub screen, beautifully executed by Kings, and now it's a 5-point game. 13-2 out of the locker room. Deverex with a deep three. Oh, boy, big guts from Brennan there. There's confidence, and then there's having confidence against the run of play, and that was a really good job. That's excellent communication that time from the Mounties, passing off that cutter to Norris, and why he wasn't fully all the way around him. The size of Norris forced that errant pass. So the lead now 8. Mount A's calmed things down a little. Hager, 2 feet in the paint. Oh, boy, left that little fader short. But Deverex down there sticking his nose in. Caused some problems on that rebound. Should have been an easy rebound. Turned out not to be. So Mount A gets 11 on the clock and another bite at the apple here. Norris into Deverex. Pardon me, Monroe. Monroe hasn't had a look here in the second half. Deverex liked what he saw. Wasn't able to get that 3 to go. There's that rub screen again. Mount A plays it much better. Another back screen. Mount A switches. Taylor now gets to a spot. Boy, we're going to have to get one up against the clock. They do, boy. Bailing them out was Tyson Dufresne. 6 on the night for Dufresne. Deverex, nice move, baseline, sets up Hager for an open 3. Again, not Chris's strength. Made one in the first. He's much better getting downhill and making things happen. McDonald Wood, nothing there. Looking to attack Norris. Oh, lovely little slowdown maneuver from McDonald Wood. Can't get it to go, though, through Norris. Deverex sets up Monroe. Monroe on the attack. Has it knocked away. Boy, they were looking for a charge there. I don't really see how you could call that one a charge. Monroe did a good job kind of sliding by so that contact wasn't fully taken on the chest. And Monroe kind of laughing it up at the mere suggestion of the charge. So Doucette and Riley check back in for Mumberket and Deverex. So this is obviously a pattern that Coach Mitch Weber is going to. The Doucette. Back to Hager. Hager calling for a screen from no. Monroe just wants the ball. Give it to me. Spreads it out. Attacks, but has it knocked away again. McDonald Wood can't get it to go, but that looks like the 3rd foul, I think, on Norris. If I was Doucette, I'd be raising my hand asking for it. Yeah, it was.
A little late.
It's going to be his 3rd. So now a chance for this lead to shrink down to 4. The first one good for Kayla McDonald Wood. Second one also good. So this is as close as it's been since 6-2 early in the game. Monroe gonna pop a three, man. That's two big ones in this quarter from Deverex and Monroe that were early and potentially bad, but they were confident and stroked it. So I'm gonna shut up and hopefully they do it again. Riley watching Taylor. Taylor tries to go back to the right, and Monroe was there to bother it. Monroe this time gets all the way to the glass, gets hammered, and he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws.
Dufresne's looking questioning that one, but the thing is, whatever, he just brought the arm down, and as soon as you lose, go from that vertical defensive position, coming down on top. It's 9 out of 10. It's going to be on you.
100%.
At least 9 out of 10.
You got to, well, I mean, 10 out of 10. The best you can hope for is a no call.
Yeah.
But that was not going to be a no call. So again, Monroe's only really Achilles heel has been at the line too. He's been sub 70 for the year at the line. If these Mounties can get to the line and shoot 75, 80%, that really makes things, I mean, the easier you can score, the better. There's no more easy score than free throws. So 2 big ones for Joe there, and the lead back to 9. Taylor. Doucette recovers nicely with help from Monroe. Mumberket. Oh, he shares it with Monroe. And he's going to go back to the line for 2 more. Boy, had my heart in my throat there. Guys dribbling through traffic with defenders swiping at them always puts my heart right up here. Hager going to check out and work back in. But UKC, you can see they've been real scrappy lately. Going to the island and winning a couple games. Giving UMBSJ a close one, holding them down offensively in a close loss there. So they've been really feeling strongly about how well they've been playing, how much better they've been playing. They really did walk in here with confidence, and they're showing it here in this quarter. Maude's pushed back, though, and the lead now 11. And Taylor with the discard of Mr. Mumberket, and the 3, and the lead down to 8 again. Riley step through to Mumberket. Monroe wants it, gets it, takes it, and makes it. His name is Jonas. The lead back to 11. And Doucette with the defense, knocking it away from Taylor. Riley knows where the bread's buttered right now, gets it to Monroe. Mumberket with the hesitation, the miss, and the offensive tip, and the lead right back to 13. Boys, oh boys. When that lead comes down to 4 after it's such a big one, you get a little antsy.
A little hard on the nerves.
But Mr. Monroe answers back and says, relax, fellas, I got you. And with the help of Mr. Mumberket and some defense, I love the defensive presence, the activity of Doucette since he came back in. Forced a couple turnovers with his activity. So this lead back to 63-52. And it's really a 2-man show today for Kings. Aiden McDonald, 18-6, 9 for 11 from the field for Aiden, and Kevon Taylor, 18 with those 4 threes after a cold start. He's heating up. They're going to need, Kings is going to need a third guy to help them carry the load if they're going to counteract the presence here of Mr. Monroe. Talk about Mount A would like a second guy right now because Mr. Monroe over half of Mount A's points. 27 right now for Jonas with 8 boards, 27, of the 65, almost half of the points, 27 of the 65. But back, I'd say the message in that huddle from Coach Weber is, guys, let's keep leaning on the defense here. We turn them over, and good stuff happens. Look at Wark fighting around screens, being physical. Monroe as well. Wark again. The good closeout on Taylor. This time he misses. And the rebound. His 9th. Joe Monroe. Wark now. An open 3. Sussex in the house. Jackson Wark hasn't even, that's his second attempted field goal of the game. He gets it to go. Boy, you got to have some swagger to step into that one in this spot. Doucette with some good physicality. Mumberket with some good physicality. Knocks it away and he gets fouled by Taylor. Boy, the tables have turned right back in the Mounties' direction here the last 3 minutes. Really, this is just, I think it's 3 minutes, since it was a 4-point game.
Yep.
So a 12, 16-4 is the run. Monroe on the attack, gets it knocked away again, though. A couple turnovers in this quarter. Good hands. Oh, boy, that looked like steps.
Well,
no call?
Also could have been called a blocking with the hands, Mumberket's hands coming down as well.
Yeah, he traveled first.
Okay, fair enough.
Mumberket has to go to Doucette. Trevor. Back to Wark. Sets a screen for him. Roll. Yeah, that was a lost play there once they went to that screen roll. Boy, Taylor, the other Taylor, has done a good job. Heath, some physical plays off the bench have stuck out. That's his 5th rebound in 12 minutes. Kept some possessions alive. Oh, they're going to call Mumberket for the reach there. Yeah, and he put his head in his hands. That's one you just got to let go.
Clock aware.
Yeah, well, not even clock aware. If he's going to take that fadeaway, let him.
From that far out,
yeah, I don't
if
care
he makes it, it's a
care
great shot.
I don't care if there's 3 seconds on the clock or 23 seconds. You let him take that one.
Valid point. Kevon Taylor, maybe not.
Well, I'd
But
say
still,
anybody.
yeah.
Anybody. I don't care if it's Michael Jordan. You're not going to swipe the ball away from the only. There's 10 things that are going to happen, and 9 of them are bad for you.
Yep.
When you reach like that.
Yep.
So they'll give Monroe a break here to end the 3rd quarter, which is smart. Get him an extended between quarter break here. And Norris returns with his 3. Wark on the push. Smartly brings it back out. Doucette. Deverex brings it back from Taylor. Taylor, though, just takes it from him. That's a couple steals along with those rebounds. He's been a menace off the bench defensively. Oh, boy, these reach-ins. That one not nearly as costly. You still got one more to give, too. Fime shared with Taylor. And now to Tevin Brothers, back to Taylor. Taylor finds a Fime. Close out, in and out. Mounties with the last shot opportunity, up 13 here. It's in the hands of the Frost Giant. He shares with Mumberket. Mumberket, 4 on the clock, drives, has it knocked away. These good hands of Aiden McDonald have caused some problems for both Norris and for Jonas Monroe. And Norris wanted to step back there, but knocking it away was Kings. And as we go to the 3rd quarter break, Mount A, rough start to that quarter where they started off plus 16. It was down to 4. They end it plus 13. So a good end to that quarter. And again, when they get OKC into UKC into late clock situations and turning them over and get out on the run a little bit, that's when Mount A looks at their best. And again, KC is making shots at a pretty good rate. They're shooting 48% from the field and 80% from the line. You'd think in today's game, at the pace it's played at, they'd have a lot more than 55 points. This is one of the things where the stats kind of make me go, what? What's going on here? Thank you. But again, the story, Jonas Monroe, 27-9 in one of his final home games. They're dwindling down here on us. You're losing chances to see Jonas Monroe in a Mount A uniform, but he's been tremendous today, 27-9. Hager with good support with his 10, 3 assists, 3 boards. Mumberket, 7 points, only 1 board for the leading rebounder for the Mounties, 4th in the league over almost 8 a game, but it's just really been stellar defense, and the guys that have come off the bench, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the bench is 5 for 6 shooting the ball off and really good defense from Riley and Doucette and Wark. McGregor came in and made that 1-3, the only shot he took. So the bench has contributed, and the guys in the lineup have been steady enough to support Jonas. You'd like to see a Lance or a Brendan Deverex or a Hager maybe get hot here in the 4th and provide Joe some support. But then again, if they're lean on this defense that's held Kings to 55 through 3 quarters, then you'll take that. Whatever gets a win, whatever gets you win number 3 and gets you in that last playoff spot, that's all you care about right now. Ofime shares to Tatanovich. Swung all the way over for Brothers. Misses that 3, and Monroe on his 10th rebound takes a foul. Not a good one if you're Kings College. 94 feet from the hoop. Mounties with a good defensive possession to start the quarter, Now they're looking to pay it off at this end. Deverex on the drive. Finds a cutting Wark with a nice look. Jackson just not able to get it home, and good defense the other way from Norris. That's multiple times now. Norris has walled up at the rim nicely. That's the Hager I like to see right there. Get downhill, get his body into someone, spin off that contact. Good share. That's a nice move for Brothers. Just can't get it to go. And that's what I'd like to see next year, Ian. If I think Mount A can go, the trajectory can go way up if they get a true point guard. Not that Chris isn't a good, I viewed Chris as maybe your backup point guard, but have him primarily be a 2 or a 3. Because him attacking off the wings, getting downhill, that's where he's best, right? And I think if they get a true point guard and able to have Chris in a scoring role like that, Norris with the take, and he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Great take from Norris, and he's looking up at Vitanovich going, hey, man, that was excessive. It's all right. You're going to the line for 2. Wark's going to check out. Those were really good. Those are good minutes from Jackson.
Excellent, yeah. Stepped up, did his job, made that good pass, made that 3-pointer, and solid defense.
Yep. What else do you want from him? Norris with the free throw. You're not going to let the stat line for Ryan tonight isn't going to jump out at you.
But he's solid plays like that right there.
Okay, he's done that all night. He's done I'm going to make a hustle play. Like if he plays like this, even if he doesn't score 20, 25 points, which he's capable of doing, if he's impacting the game as Deverex, lovely little little set from the Mounties. Getting Brennan Deverex an open three, and he pays it off. He's into double figures, and the Mounties have a 19-point lead. And we got a timeout. Beautiful stuff. So Ryan's, I think, is going to take a break, looks like. Yeah. So he's talking to himself, but look, and it goes for everybody else too. Like Lance hasn't had 7 points, 1 board. He's not having a but he's done tough stuff at the defensive end.
Yeah.
Jonas has been spectacular. Brennan, that's his 3rd 3 of the game, and this is the Brennan. The last 5 or so games has been more like the Brennan Deverex we had last year when he was one of the league leaders in 3-point percentage.
Yeah.
He got off to a very cold start this year. Just didn't look like the shots were.
Didn't look as comfortable.
Well, the open shots were being generated as much, right? Like, if he gets an open, like that was a really nice set that they ran. Yeah. A little flare screen for him, screen the screener, flare screen, whatever that was. I like to go back and look at it. But, I mean, he had his feet set. He was wide open. He banged it. I mean, when he's got wide open, like he can. So he's over 40% last year from 3. Under 30% this year. He didn't suddenly become a bad shooter. It didn't happen, right? When there's wide swings like that sometimes with shooters, it's because the shots that they're getting aren't the shots that they want. And I think this has been a much better job today by Mount A creating shots for guys in the areas that they want it. Guys like Brennan and obviously Jonas. Good defense here in the half court. Open 3, though. Man, that's a big one from Tyson Dufresne. I don't know if he's a prolific 3-point guy. I don't remember that from my scouting notes. Oh, Brennan wide open again. Oh, back rimmed it. And a nice play on that weak side from Chris Hager, jumping that outlet pass. And Dufresne panicked last second, saw Hager coming to pick it off and just threw it wild out of bounds. See if they run that set again. They don't. Deverex skips to Jonas. Jonas on the pull-up baseline. A little bit long. Dufresne collects. The lead's 16. McDonald's going to attack. He pulls it back. Taylor now. He's going to try to go baseline on Riley. Riley. Great defense from Luke. Yeah, shuts him down over there. That's why they brought Luke from Harvey. The 3, again from the corner, no good. Jonas tried to tap it out, but he creates a 2-on-1 the other way for Kings, but another missed bunny. ACAA fan. Oh, Hager getting downhill and finishing again. Chris, dynamic off the bounce. And he's having a strong 4th quarter, and he's into double figures. Sorry, he was already there, but he's got 2 more. Good defense again. Oh, spinning it home, though, with the right hand was Vitanovic. That's his first basket. Marco, he's been very quiet. Oh, boy. Not a good one from Chris, and Chris now he's going to put him on the line for a possible 3-point play.
If you're going to foul on that one, you've got to make sure the ball's not going in.
Wrap him up. And Chris is prone to. That's why I say I think he's a natural 2 in this league. Just that second kind of really bad turnover he's had, just like that cross court pass that's just easily picked off. I don't, and it's not a slight on him. He's a freshman guard. You're gonna make mistakes as a freshman guard. I made so many mistakes as a freshman guard. Oh, he got downhill, just wasn't able to finish with the right hand. I made so many mistakes as a freshman guard. I was no longer a point guard after a while. Chappie had no choice but to play me at the 2, and good hands there by Norris again.
Chappie still likes your shot, though.
Yeah, my shot was all right. My shot was all right.
What's wrong with that? Most days.
Some days. Most is generous, but I'll take it. Oh, I think that bounced out off of. Ooh, I thought that went off of Wark and then back off of McDonald. But probably tough to see. I think I had a better angle than the refs did here. They were in front and behind the players, I think. Yeah, that was a really nice job by Mumberket, being tough at the point of attack on that screen.
Sold the contact a little bit, but not outrageously.
No, I think he sold. Yeah, sometimes you gotta sell a little bit though, right?
Yeah, that's not a flop. That's selling. That's making
selling. Yeah,
selling the contact.
There's a fine line between flopping and selling. He sold that one. That was no flop. Mumberket now probing, finding Wark. Wark probing, has it knocked away. Norris now, 10 on the clock. Back to Chris. He's going to use Mumberket's screen. Oh, nice to Monroe. That was deep, deep. Oh, I think they got. All right, I thought that was going to be Mount A ball there for a second, so I thought it was weird that there was no reset because it looked like it hit the front of the rim, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. Oh, Wark pokes it away from McDonald, and then he's physical. McDonald wanted a call there, but Jack's just being physical at the point of attack. Taking that away. Oh, and Mounties wanted a offensive foul on Taylor there. I think it was a good no call. Another block there from Mumberket. That might have been a bit of a flop. Jack's taking the contact from Taylor and trying to draw the offensive foul. Heath Taylor now checks back in.
Yep.
Oh,
Hip
boy.
check.
Yeah.
Mumberket knew it.
He did. And I think if Norris was rotating over there nicely to give him a hand, I think he probably wouldn't have ridden his hip quite so much if he'd have known that help was coming. Sometimes you just got to trust it, though. My guy, Ryan, my guy, the Frost Giant's going to be back there. Hager again going to run that screen with Mumberket. To Norris. Didn't catch it clean, didn't want the shot. Back to Hager. Good job by Taylor again. I think they got a clock problem.
Coach got confused, or the referee got confused. The fact there's that center bar on the single digits that's out on one end but not the other. This is the first official that seems to have had an issue with it, and I'm just going to leave that statement there. Mind you, folks, I did referee for 18 years.
Ian Allen.
And I really have issues when officials aren't aware of what's going on in the venue.
Ian Allen going petty. I love it. Oh. Oh, man. Norris to key it into Hager. Jonas Monroe going to pop another three. This one a little short. He wants a 30-point game, does Jonas.
Yeah, we do know there's an issue with that display. The part is on order. We're waiting for it to come in. We're just not sure where it's coming from.
More good D at the rim by Norris. That is a half dozen times now. I think they've gotten to that point and gone. Oh, nice by Chris. The penetration. Oh, back from Monroe to Chris Hager. And Joe gives him binoculars. How did I see that? Lovely give and go. Joe and Chris. And miss pull up by McDonald Wood. A good closeout there from Monroe. Norris back to Mumberket. Shares to Wark. Wark wants the three. Long. That was a little early in the shot clock for that one. Time and score. Jackson, time and score. Taylor turns the corner. He wants to take Monroe. Monroe knocks it away. Wark now collects, and he's hit by Taylor. And Hager loves the effort of his teammate, and he should. Taylor, I think, hurt maybe, though. You don't want to see that. Hopefully he's just banged up. Yeah, he's going to pop up.
Might have somebody played tag in a spot that they wasn't comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. High pitch. There you go.
I got you. I know exactly what you're saying. Oh, Hager downhill. Gets to Riley. Oh, he doesn't get the roll. Good hustle there from McDonald to bother Riley's shot. And at the other end, Dufresne gets it to go. And Riley beating himself up for that missed layup. Mount A, though, in control, but at that lead where you're just, it's not over. And you shouldn't have the attitude that it's over. As we have we have our stats up on the page again. So again, UKC, they've shot it. 45% isn't a terrible percentage for the game. Neither is 35 from 3, 87 from, but they've only got 67 points. It's just, they haven't played, Mount A's kept them from playing at a pace.
Yep.
Using that zone for sure. So it's a slower pace today. And, their turnover number, it's only listen, turnover is the one category with these stats that's probably lower than they missed some turnovers, I think. It's hard to, I'm not giving it.
Sort of like digs in volleyball. Those will get missed so often it's confusing, but
a little bit.
But volleyball stats has got to be one of the hardest things on the planet to do because almost every single contact is 1 or 2 stats.
Oh, it's
stat
insane.
Items to mark.
It's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Basketball's intense.
Yeah.
Volleyball's crazy for trying to do stats.
Yeah. So I'm not giving the scorekeepers in our league a hard time. It's not easy to. Okay, you got to think of. Because they got to take points off turnovers, points in the paint, bench points, second chance points. So they got all these stats they're supposed to keep. So turnovers usually are. So, yeah, there's definitely been more than 12 turnovers by both teams, I think. Mount A, really well done to break that press. Joe got backdoor, but good recovery from Batanovich. Oh, boy, that would have been big for Kings if they've been able to get that one to go. Get it down to 10 with 3 minutes left, but no good. Common things now. Oh, nice move. That's gorgeous setup. That's Chris Hager at his best right there.
Drive, they collapsed on him, shut down that lane for him.
That was a dirty crossover.
Back up to the foul line for Mumbercat. Free throw.
That was a dirty crossover. Tim Hardaway used to call that the UTEP two-step. Oh, boy. Get out of here. What a move. Excuse me. Callan, McDonald, Wood. Callan, McDonald, Wood. Callan, you interrupted my celebration of a beautiful Mount A move with an even better one. Damn you. Lead down to 12. 2:28 left. Another good job by Mount A to break that press. Getting it to Monroe. Monroe finishes with the right hand. On a nice little give and go with Deverex. Oh, boy, I was going to say good close by Mumbercat. That's the second 3 of the second half for Dufresne. So, again, good fake from Hager. Oh, boy, they had it beat. They didn't need to attack. That's exactly what Kings wants. And Norris not able to interrupt that finish at the rim. Monroe ahead of the pack should just slow things down, and he does. Smart, back to Hager. So 9-point lead for Mount A. Monroe trying to make it 12. He can't. Nicely done by Deverex to knock it to Norris. Smart play from Brennan. Going to the screen roll here. Hager, 2 feet in the paint again. Good fake from Mumbercat. Gets it to the Frost Giant. He's got to create. Can't. Turnover. 1:15 clock running fourth. Taylor's going to try to get that one up. No, McDonald. Oh, boy, that was the moment right there.
Trying to figure, you could just see looking, he's trying to figure if he's going to pass or step, and then he took the step and he was done.
It was done. He had a wide open 3, and I know he's not he doesn't like to take a lot of threes. I know that McDonald isn't a bit, but that's kind of the spot where you might want to take an open one. Hager all the way. The head and body fake like he's going to Monroe in the corner. Sold it. Got all the way to the 10 to finish. And Chris Hager, couple of bad turnovers, but other than that, he's been really solid tonight. And that lead now right back to 11.
Yeah, he's doing a great job driving through the lanes down there, getting close, putting that pressure towards the basket. And if a couple of times they shut that lane down on him, he's dished the ball out to the open player for the shots. So can't argue with that play at all. It's what you want to see. And that's how you're supposed to. That's what you want to work inside out. You get the ball in there, they collapse on you, kick it back out.
And again, they're doing this. They're doing this also without Simba Boara Jr., who I'm not sure when he'll be back. By playoffs, we're hoping. But he's had a bit of a tough injury. But with him back on the court, giving them another he's a dynamic guy off the bounce as well. You'd feel good. I'm not going to hear trying to sell you that the guys at the top of the standings are scared of Mount A right now, but it would certainly give, a couple wins here late in the season for Mount A. You get Simba back. You get feeling good about maybe you're a little bit more dynamic offensively than you were with him out. Build a little confidence for that first round matchup in the playoffs. They run a play for a three-point look for McDonald Wood. Not able to get it to go. Mount A collects, and they'll run some offense here. Mumberket, nicely done, collecting that pass from Chris. Little pocket pass. You all right over there?
Oh, yeah. I was just trying to figure out why everything was shaking. I realized somebody was bouncing the ball in the bleachers. We're 3 rows in front of us.
Mumberket gets the first one to go. I wasn't talking to their fans because Ian was, and I have a feeling you muted yourself.
Yes, I did. The first thing I did was turn my level off the board.
Yeah.
I tried to remember to do that.
Good defense there from Deverex. Norris and Monroe play catch. You can start to breathe, Mount A fans. Win number 3 on the season. Putting them firmly ahead of UKC in the standings. Beautiful stuff. Hager sharing with Monroe. He's got his 30-point game. Not that he cares. I care more than – let me make it clear, fans. Jonas isn't shooting for a 30-point game. That's me caring more than Jonas. Can't finish inside. Kenofime. Norris on the rebound. And he's going to dribble it out. A big 90-75 victory for the Mounties. Win number 3. Keeps Kings at 2. Big win for the Mounties. Oh, pardon me. The official scoring says 29 I thought it was 31 for Jonas, but apparently not. Who cares? He finishes with 29-11. Hager up to 18 on the night with his big fourth quarter. Deverex with 11. Monroe, 29 and 11. Mumberket gets into double figures with 11 as well. And a nice contribution off the bench, 16 bench points. They only missed a couple of shots off the bench, did the guys there. So really good stuff from Mount A as they go into 2 games against the Mount. And they're got to feel a little bit of confidence coming off this big win.
Yeah, and they've got a week and a half layoff to try and get healthy and get everything focused.
Exactly.
Mount A's off this coming weekend, and they're back on the 28th and 1st.
And maybe you get Simba back maybe for that matchup. You get full squad, split down there maybe. Can we dream of 2? But you can certainly dream of a split down there, come back, beat Kings once, and you're right back in the picture. So hopefully this is the start of a build of some confidence for your Mounties. Certainly look good out there today, fans. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here in a couple weeks.
Sounds good.
90-75, the final. I'm Dave Tingley for Ian Allen, the king of Sackville. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.